Man, it's a great time to be an anime fan. I mean, look at the front page of Crunchyroll. I mean, we're celebrating the fact that Crunchyroll is the newest and greatest place to get all of your anime needs. There's so much great stuff coming up. Spring looks packed, and again, Crunchyroll has all the titles. It's just a good time. Oh, and Funimation's catalog is moving over to Crunchyroll. We no longer have to have a Funimation catalog. All the dubs are going over. I mean, they're skipping on the uncensored stuff, but that's fine. I'm sure eventually they'll get it. Everything looks great. Crunchyroll even is assuring us everything is fantastic. Everything. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What's this page? It's a knowledge base, help and support, changes to ad supported viewing. Why is this? What is this? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, Crunchyroll messed up again. I guess you can call this the regular coverage of the slow and steady and very much predicted downfall of Crunchyroll as somebody decided rather than put on their front page to let everybody know an article to inform people, changes are coming to Crunchyroll that is going to affect a lot of users. And I say that because over 100+ million people are registered to Crunchyroll, but only 5 or so million of them are actually paid users. So ad-supported viewing is kind of a big deal. Ad-supported viewing of shows a week after they air is a big deal. There's a lot of people that kind of rely on Crunchyroll having some sort of ad-supported viewing rather than having to pay a subscription. And according to a backroom article, not letting the entirety of the fandom know, kind of hiding it over here, they're saying that's going away. And don't get me wrong, it's their prerogative. They are allowed to do this. This is their company. These are their paid licenses. But still, again, this is another thing to add to that list of Crunchyroll screwing up over and over again. And as we've said before, with Crunchyroll now a monopoly, that's going to be a continuous thing. That's the future. That is the future of Crunchyroll. They now have the stronghold, and so they're going to use that stronghold to kind of squeeze whatever they want out of it. Now, yes, you could say thankfully that's not them raising the subscription costs, but at the same time, that's them cutting out a huge chunk of their audience who will obviously go somewhere else. And for those asking, what is this changes to ad-supported viewing that's on this page that's hidden away on Crunchyroll's website? It says for the spring 2022 season and future seasonal releases, Crunchyroll will update our offerings on Simulcast titles by subscription tier. To view new and continuing Simulcasts, a premium monthly or annual subscription will be required. With the exception of the below, we will no longer be offering Simulcast episodes 1 week after release as an ad-supported free viewing option. For continuing series, ad-supported viewing on any new episode will not be available in line with the spring season. However, previously published episodes are still available to all user types. To introduce our new seasonal simulcast, we'll be offering initial episodes of select titles as part of a seasonal sampler for free viewing for a limited time. For the spring 2022 season, users can watch the first 3 episodes of the simulcast titles for free with ads, and that includes 8 titles, which I would argue only one of them is one of the most anticipated shows of the season, that's Spy X Family. The rest of them, they're fine, but I don't see them being super popular. So you get at least one really popular title to watch. Now here's the caveat. The first 3 episodes of these spring titles will be available for free, ad-supported viewing 1 week after the subscription-only premiere until 5/31, so only a month. Basically, well, that's the 3 episodes, really. That's what it's really covering. After this date, all the episodes will be within the seasonal sampler. Preview will require a subscription. We want to encourage as many fans as possible to explore the shows and see what full benefits of Crunchyroll Premium Access. Crunchyroll makes more than 1,000 hours available to viewers to sample free of charge through an ad-supported tier, and will continue to offer free content going forward. So yeah, that basically means is for anybody that currently waits a week and watches pretty much the season with everybody else, no more. That's a thing of the past. And it's a funny thing because I think when High Dive, when I was trying to encourage people to go to High Dive when this whole buyout happened, everybody was like, well, I want to support High Dive, but they don't have ad-supported viewing. Well, Them's the normal. Them's the normal. I mean, Netflix doesn't allow any ad-supported stuff. Hulu, I guess, does have some, but it's very locked in certain shows. And of course, Funimation did have some. And yeah, you're limited now. It's a thing of the past. And now Crunchyroll is joining that, which you could argue it's still nice that they still have everything else available for free viewing with ads. It's just the current season is not available, but it is still a huge blow to a lot of people. And a lot of people that listen to us and support us directly, it's one of those things that people did like this. This was a thing that for people that didn't have disposable income, for younger audiences that don't have access to funding or anything like that, this was their way of being able to watch the shows along with everybody else. They were a week late, but they didn't mind. It was something they didn't really care that they were on the bleeding edge. They just kind of wanted to watch it. So unfortunately for those people and for Crunchyroll, it's off to the other areas to get your content because Crunchyroll no longer wants to support any sort of ad-based access. It goes back to my statement earlier where I think it's like one of those things of a dose of sugar in the wake of sour clumps, which is totally something I made up just now. This idea that I for some reason think that Crunchyroll's seen this coming. Like, they either it's one way or another. This aspect of either they're like, well, spring looks insane. There's a huge catalog. We're bringing in our catalog from Funimation. Things are positive. Well, let's sneak this one negative thing in. Okay, the censorship thing. Okay, let's sneak that in over here. And everybody's gonna be focused on the positivity, so they won't worry about this. Or the opposite effect. They want to do this because they realize, we need to get the subs up. We have way too many people that are just watching stuff. The ad supporting's not supporting the servers to keep going. So we need to force people to sub. And the only way we can do that is if we stopped giving them free stuff. We need to force them, if they want to watch the content, they need to subscribe. Well, let's make sure that we cover things up with a lot of positivity. Let's bring over the catalog from Funimation. Let's keep chiming about the fact that the next season looks insane. Oh yeah, by the way, also, we're losing a gigantic catalog from Sentai Filmworks. Well, okay, let's just make sure that we keep the positivity on the front page. Because yes, as many people have noted already, it seems like a lot of people are not aware of this. There's a lot of titles leaving Crunchyroll. In the wake of all these titles coming from Funimation, a lot is being lost. And that's because the whole deal that Sentai Filmworks had with Crunchyroll a while back is now expiring. And as I told a lot of people, I don't see that being something that will be renewed because there's going to be a lot of red tape now that Sony's involved. So they're losing, Don Machi, they're losing No Game No Life, they're losing a ton of titles. And again, I think they need to push that positivity to make sure nobody notices that's going on, along with this article that's hidden somewhere way back in their knowledge base that they don't want to put on the front page. This is super negative stuff here that they do not want anybody to know about, and they're hoping that everybody will overlook. And if anybody does go, hey, why can't I access the current shows? They'll go, well, we announced that way back here, link. And yes, despite the fact that I am a paying customer for Crunchyroll, this doesn't affect me. And honestly, it probably benefits me because, like I said before, that means that they're not going to be raising up my rates, and they're probably trying to subsidize that by forcing people to have to subscribe. But it still hurts me because I'm a part of the fan base, and a lot of the people that listen, view, and watch our stuff, this is their avenue to watch the current season, and that does hurt me. So to all the ad-supported viewers out there, I stand with you in saying, damn it, Roberts. Crunchyroll, when you assured everybody that you were creating the best place for the fandom, a place where everybody can come together and enjoy anime together, this isn't the way to do it. This is the opposite effect. You are now going to drive away hundreds, if not thousands, of people away from your platform, and they're going to go to other methods. If you're cutting them off, they're going to go somewhere else. The reason they're not subscribed to you is because they don't have the money to do it, and your ad support was a way for them to still give you money while watching the content. If you no longer have that, they will go somewhere else. If you cannot give them what they need, they will go somewhere else. So it just splits the fandom, and that's what I think upsets me. I honestly never thought that I'd see the day that we are essentially in the wake of the return to piracy. Every time I make one of these videos, I don't want to be negative, but at the same time, all the signs are pointing to there is now a new big dog in town, and that big dog is going to slowly bleed the community until it separates, and we're going to see that return of the piracy. We're going to see the return of everybody just pirating everything, because I just don't see Sony Crunchyroll being in our best interest. They don't care about the fandom. They care about money. But at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you thought of this whole thing. Are you an ad-supported viewer that is going to be affected by this? Definitely let me know. Were you aware of this? I think that's a big question. Were you aware of this as an ad-supported viewer? Because like I said, it's technically hidden behind there. As always, if you want to support the channel, there's a link to our Patreon account down below. There's also a tips link if you want to support just a one-time donation. Also, there's a link to our merch store down there where you can buy this fabulous Damn It Roberts mug that essentially was created in response to Funimation hiring Roberts, who was supposed to help the company, and every time they screwed up, we said, damn it, Roberts. So we made a mug for it. So it's now going to apply to Crunchyroll. So whenever I say, damn it, Roberts, that means, damn it, Sony Crunchyroll. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video as always, and y'all take care.